Today we are going to see another 5 ghost videos, but before watching, thanks for clicking the video, make sure to be subscribed so you won't miss new uploads, and remember, don't always trust your eyes. On the outskirts of Wagner County, Oklahoma, Reddit user Livid Excuse 1640 and his friend are driving along a lone forgotten highway in the middle of an unknown area. They approach an old house that Reddit user says has always seemed a bit scary and has been abandoned for many years for unknown reasons. Moments later, he decides to take his spotlight and shine it right into the windows of the building. That's when two friends spotted something absolutely horrifying.
Holy fuck. Go.
Reddit user's friend caught on his camera a scary pale face or something that appeared in the window, staring at them from the darkness inside the house. When they realize what they're looking at, the guys hit the gas and speed away from the abandoned house. Livid Excuse 1640 claims to have visited the house before, and it seems that the previous owners tried to leave this place as quickly as possible. This video, without a doubt, incredibly strange and very creepy. I don't have exact explanation, but maybe you do. Feel free to write your thoughts down in the comments. Anonymous TikTok user Haunted Weasley Manor is a building repairman for a large residential complex that was built for about 300 years ago. At that time, the basement of this complex had a large number of cheap apartments for more than 1,000 poor people. But now, after many years of renovation, the basement remains completely abandoned. Haunted Weasley Manor claims that a lot of his co-workers and even current residents of the apartment have heard and seen many weird things. As soon as the residents began to massively report crying, giggling, and even screaming coming from the basement, an anonymous TikTok user decided to independently check the frightening basement for intruders. He regularly records videos of what is happening in the basement and shares his experience to TikTok. Some of his subscribers believe that the basement may contain the souls of children who ended up here for unknown reasons, and they ask the TikTok user to leave the toy in the basement. And that's exactly what he does. The footage he recorded is absolutely unexplained.
I can't tell you how much better I'm feeling. Lucy, are you evil? Lucy? Deanna, thank you so much for the finger heart. Lucy, are you good?
After this creepy experience, the activity in the basement only seems to become more intense. Haunted Weasley Manor begins to hear movements and giggling when he goes down on his daily inspections, and then one day he captures something totally horrifying. A young child can be seen peeking at the TikTok user from behind a wall. This is not the last video where we can see a ghost child. In some clips, you can see that the spirit is practically right in front of the TikTok user, but he doesn't notice him. As he said earlier, in life he rarely sees the ghost, but only after we watch his videos. But anyway, you decide if the story is true or not. Have you ever heard stories about haunted dolls? I bet you did. If not, then it's one of them. Reddit user Enigma Slide 209 says that years ago his sister had an electronic moving Dora the Explorer doll that she took everywhere. His family was experiencing a hard time financially and just couldn't afford to constantly replace the toy's batteries, so instead, they decided to remove the batteries entirely. One day Reddit user's mom recorded this terrifying footage of his sister playing with the doll. But it's not the most scary thing. See it yourself. Parents checked the doll after they watched the video, and there was no batteries. Enigma Slide says that Dad threw the toy in the trash that night. The YouTube channel Equilibrium Collective says that one of their followers sent them footage from the security camera in their home, claiming they recorded something paranormal. Let's take a look.
There are a few dust particles floating about. But what is this? Did you see it?
Spooky translucent mist seems to rise from the chair and pass right in front of the camera, and then a smaller mass seems to shoot back in the opposite direction. There are always no exact answers to a question, was it a real ghost or not, so write in the comments what do you think of this. Be sure to check out the channel Equilibrium Collective for weekly podcasts about all supernatural things. Paranormal investigators Tarek, Merrick and Rimsey from the YouTube channel Paranoics decided to investigate forgotten house in the middle of nowhere in Austria. Late at night, dealing with the snow and cold, the three explorers make their way to the frightening old building and realize they may not be alone. Investigators hear strange sounds almost like footsteps coming from the second floor, and seconds later, heavy door towards them falls over on its own. That's when they started to think this creepy structure can be haunted. Explorers' team hear moving strange sounds coming from upstairs. They decided to check it out, and it's when the thing started to get totally bizarre.
Bir girelim gel.
Aa şu içeri girdi. Remzi az bir çek. Yukarı çıkıyoruz.
Emin misin abi?
As they are debating whether to go upstairs, the decision is made for them, as a heavy bed made of straws thrown down the staircase blocking their way. YouTuber's team decided that it's better to leave the place, cause they experienced quite enough. But on their way back, they take one last look at the building.
Abi bir şey var orada.
Ne oluyor lan?
Abi bak siyah bir şey var.
Görüyor musun şunu?
Weird dark figure can be seen in one of the windows on the second floor. Paranoics team believe that it could possibly be a djinn, but who knows? Was it just a homeless person, or an otherworldly essence? You be the judge.